We're going to turn now to a GMA Health Alert, a reality check with social media lighting up about which matters more in your meals, protein or fiber, with millions choosing sides in the protein versus fiber maxing debate. Our chief medical correspondent, Dr. Narula, is here to break it down. George, I can hear you snickering when I said that. So, Doc, what's driving it? What is driving these maxing trends between protein and fiber?
Yes. So I think there's a few things at play. First of all, Michael, it can be really hard for people to figure out what to do because nutrition's constantly evolving. One day we tell people eat butter, the next day we say don't eat butter, right? There's a lot of distrust right now in terms of the food industry, food policy. There are also changing recommendations. You should eat this much protein, then we hear this much protein. So in steps Gen Z searching for longevity, interested in health, and turning to social media to get their answers. And here we see the emergence of trends like fiber maxing. I had never heard of this, but clearly this is all over TikTok. Actually, companies are now putting fiber into things like soda and chips, so it's really exploded. Fiber is a great thing in general. Most nutritionists would not argue against increasing fiber because 90% of Americans don't get enough fiber. We know that fiber helps to lower blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar. It helps us to feel fuller, maintain our weight, lower cardiovascular disease, even reduce colorectal cancer. So overall, eating more fiber is probably beneficial for most people. There are a few groups where it may not be safe, those with inflammatory bowel disease like Crohn's or ulcerative colitis. You may want to talk to your doctor, but generally it is considered safe, I think, as long as you're not excluding something else. So it shouldn't come at the exclusion of protein, for example.
Yeah, so when it comes to the recommendations, what are the recommendations for fiber and for protein?
Yeah, so it used to be that the protein recommendations were 0.8 grams per kilogram per day. So for a 150-pound person, that would be about 50 grams of protein. We just heard the new nutrition recs released by the government, and that protein amount increased to 1.2 to 1.6 grams per kilogram per day, which is more like 100 grams of protein per day. So when you're trying to figure out how much protein am I getting, for example, one egg has about 6 grams, half a cup of kidney beans or black beans has about 8 grams, and can of tuna about 30 to 40 grams. So that's the protein recommendation.
Okay.
When we think about fiber, we should be getting about 25 to 30 grams of fiber per day. Most Americans get only about 15. Fiber is found in a lot of things, so whole grains, fruits, nuts, seeds, avocado, vegetables. So when you think about amounts, a cup of raspberries has about 8 grams of fiber. A cup of lentil soup, I eat that most days in the afternoon, again about 8 grams of fiber. A cup of bran cereal, 14 grams. An apple, about 3 grams. So it's really good to read the labels, when you're buying food to see how much you're getting. Also, you want to eat more whole foods to get the fiber, not so much supplements. You want to add it in slowly or you might get gas and bloating, and you want to make sure you're getting enough water and hydration with the fiber.
Yeah.
You two get enough of each?
Yeah, we got.
I was just laughing because I feel like Dr. Narula at home because my kids send me these TikToks and I have to give nutrition advice after they talk about the TikToks.
Are you fiber maxing, George?
No, but I'm everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation. Hey, Dr. Narula, thank you as always.